special moment in the college football calendar, the SEC championship game, the original conference championship game with a long history of classic moments and legendary performances. Welcome, folks, to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Crimson. Let's get right to the action. Trophy. And the return starts just inside the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. So Alabama's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. This is going to be a tremendous showdown. Strength versus strength. This quarterback's having a monster year, but this is a high-powered defense. The best he's seen. Can't wait to see what happens, Kurt.
Yeah, Chris, this is going to be what you really hope to see is this quarterback who can do it all. Can he deal with the intense pressure that this defense is going to put on him? Talking to the defensive coordinator this week, they feel that they can really rattle the quarterback by putting a lot of pressure on him, giving him a lot of different looks. Let's see how it plays out.
That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, this defense has got to be aware that this quarterback and this offensive coordinator, they're not afraid to take shots. Here we see it early in this game, throwing the ball downfield. Defense has got to be aware. Keep those safeties back. Keep your eyes up. Try to keep a lid on this offense and look for some turnover opportunities.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Motion now from the tight end. Looking downfield, it's Russell. A deep shot to the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up more down. And the one team now on to kick it away. And here's the return. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. The Tigers offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men who are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Important second down play coming up. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. He's past the marker and still going. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, massive expectations for this SEC championship, and it has not disappointed. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. Two teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half. Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today.
Returner decides to field it. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now, the 25. We get the second half started with the running play. As the first down is still going. They bring it down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. First down here for this offense. Takes the handoff again. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down. We've reached the end of 3 in this defensive stalemate. The stats showing how much these offenses have struggled so far. Feels like the first team to put a point on the board is going to get the W as we head into the fourth. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. On the run, it's Barry. And he'll get their first down yards before they finally bring him down. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust as their first timeout. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Handoff from the shotgun. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. We are all even, less than a minute to go. They're going to run it. They bring him down, but that play will set up a 1st and goal now at the 10. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Here's a 1st and goal. Finally a chance to score the first touchdown of this game. Makes the catch by the defense, breaks in the ball, and it's a short game.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. If I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards. So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. The second overtime, if you get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime here just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite. Let's see if we can get to that third series in these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Handoff here from the shotgun. Going absolutely nowhere after a loss of the play. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The offense will set up here on 3rd and long. If nothing else, you want to give your kicker a chance to put 3 on the board. Goes backwards, losing 3. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
You know, on most of these counters, you leave the in-man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there. Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
So they line out now knowing a touchdown wins the football game. They need a field goal at least to force another overtime. And the offense gets a chance to start with a short field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it from the gun. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
So now it's a challenging 3rd down play here. Can the offense keep the drive going, or do they have to settle for a game-time field goal? Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Now, that big target on 3rd down. He's got great athletic ability, but it's his size that creates such a matchup advantage. And when you get to 3rd down, just put it up in the air and let him come down with it.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
I like that you trust your running back. You're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Keeps it on the draw. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. Well, they run it right into a blitz. That linebacker was coming downhill.
Man, what a time to call that blitz
here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, linebacker's right in his face.
So out comes the field goal unit, one of the biggest moments in this kicker's life. And it's good, a pressure field goal to stay in the game and force another OT.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So one overtime, not enough to decide this one. Here comes the first play of double OT. From the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short game.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held it just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling plays at second and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Tries to get it to the running back. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Right, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
So here we go, 3rd and medium. This defense trying to get a stop here and force an overtime field goal attempt. Makes a quick catch. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Green to the end zone. Aim for a touchdown to claim the lead in double overtime. And now a 2-point try coming up.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they score the touchdown. Now by rule, they must go for 2 here in second overtime. Dropping back, it's Joseph. Catch made on the right side. And he's in there. The conversion is good. Great execution, and it pushes the lead to 8. So pressure on this offense. They must answer with a touchdown to stay in this game. And now the defense will spend a timeout to get everybody on the same page before this important play. So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Tight end makes the catch on the corner route. And he's in for a touchdown. But still work to do. They need a 2-point conversion to force a 3rd overtime.
Well, the offense has done its job here coming up with this touchdown, and that's a great job. And as you know now, Chris, down by 2, they've got to hit this 2-pointer to be able to tie this game up and send it to a 3rd overtime.
And now the wrinkle here in double overtime. They must set up for a 2-point try. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Throw to the running back in the flat. And he gets in there to tie the game again and set up a 3rd overtime. Basically dueling 2-point tries from here on out. decide this game. Enormous pressure on every snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's in. They get the two-point conversion to jump on top here deep in overtime. And now this offense must respond with a two-point try to keep this game going. Now the offense will spend a timeout here. No room for mental errors here in overtime. So now this offense must answer from 3 yards out to keep this game alive. No, he stops short, and it's game over. This defense rises up and wins it right there. Now, this is a tough one. Can you get it?